But shows have a rhythm, and all shows have a slightly different rhythm. How long does it take to produce an episode? How are they about their stories? Do they plot out an entire season well in advance and then write scripts and execute on that? Are they more hand to mouth? Are they looking at research and saying, oh, the audience loves the romance between these two characters. I think I'll do more of that and less of something that they're responding to negatively or not at all. So that's an interesting path, but you'll learn that rhythm. When you then start to transcend that into the digital world, you find that digitally, we get feedback so quickly and so immediately. If a user finds a feature that we've provided interesting, we know right away. We watch the traffic spike on that particular piece. We can say, more of this. This one isn't getting so much traffic, let's do less of that. So we find that we're able to be very nimble in the digital world. And we're also providing now a lot of information back to the showrunners, as you might guess. Many of them these days, not always true, but many of them are very, very good. They're reading their comments. Often they'll come in and blog with their own fans. And really, the writer's room has become much more open to understanding and getting that immediate feedback. But in dimensionalizing storytelling, we want to make sure that we don't cookie cut those experiences. As I said, the shows are very discrete audiences with different motivation. Even the same person coming online to see Warehouse 13 on Sci-Fi or Covert Affairs on USA, even if the same person watches both shows, their expectation of that creative in those shows are very different when they want to continue engaging. So we've done some interesting things. NBC.com is an interesting one in that it's a very different kind of a .com for a broadcast network. In our shop, we have a slew of engineers, code writing engineers, PHP developers, we have senior architects, we have lots of folks that you might not expect to find inside a content company because we want to be nimble. We want to be able to build those features out. We want to have underlying technology that can support that sort of episodic, and I mean that in the television way, right? Episodic notion of how to develop content for online. That's an interesting play. We have a full set of video technicians that are definitely worrying about making sure that the quality of the video is very, very good. We're also looking at what kind of metadata is coming in attached to that show and making sure that we're populating that so we can find and sort and move things in a way that we need to do that. We have a group of designers who do nothing but web design. That's their expertise. They're not print ad designers. They're not television designers. They're web designers. And that always surprises people just a hair. I mean, it's logical that you'd have that for a website, of course, but to think that a broadcast network would think that those two are different disciplines is sometimes surprising to people. So we put together a group of web designers. We have a group of community folks. We have a leader of community who do nothing but work with all of the social sites on what makes sense and how that audience is reacting. In addition, we have, of course, technical production folks that make those sites come to life, and we have a content team. And that's where it really starts to get interesting, because as I said before, you now have the technology side and the content side trying to come together to create a UX, a user experience, that is perfectly organic, creatively, with each of those shows individually. So that can't really be templatized.